Right, so video about run through rat traps. Nothing new, you know, they've been around for a long time, this idea. But I've been reading Mark Hovell's book, Rats and How to Destroy Them. And he highly recommends making run through type traps and then leaving them set all year round. You know, permanently leave them wherever you think rats have been or they may come to. You leave these types of traps out all the time, and they're done in a way that you don't necessarily need to bait them. Now, both of these are pre-baited, I'll show you in a minute, but if they work I won't bother putting any more bait in them, I'll just leave them. So essentially what you do is you put them on a run and the rat will come along and it's directly on his run, and apparently a rat won't mind going through here at all, because even though it's a tunnel, it kind of gives him a bit of coverage as he's running, you know, and he'll pass through and he'll have to stand on the treadle plate of the trap, and that's where it works, standing on the treadle plate rather than eating from it. So I've made two. They're both rat traps, but two different types of trap in here which I want to try. So I'll show you this one first. They're kind of a bit bodged up. I kind of just made them as I went along. There is gaps, but that's not going to matter because these are also going inside a building. So I'll show you what's inside. So I've done a little thumb screw there to open and close them. And that has got one of those types of traps in. And that's easy to set because all you do is press that down and that's done. Now that's set. And then you close it up, screw the lid down. That's not actually necessary if it's going in a building where no other animal's going to go. I've drawn a line there so easy to line up, and then you can see in there how it looks. Now apparently if a rat can see through and out the other side, he'll near enough always pass through it rather than go round it. So he'll stand on that treadle plate and that should come down and get him if the trap is strong enough. Now that trap I've got is called, I think it's Big Cheese, and that's got a guarantee on it. It says guaranteed to catch and kill or your money back. So if you've got a receipt, it says you should be able to get your money back. So that's one of these ones. It's got some big jaws there, some spikes, and they're quite hard. They're plastic, but they're hard. It's hard plastic. Little kind of teeth bits at the bottom there. Apparently you're supposed to take this bit out first, leave it out. It's already pre-baited. We'll give them a go. That one can come in and out of the box. But that one didn't really matter so much because that's easy to set. Right, now the second one, I should have painted this idea as well. I did this on the other box rat trap, the safety device. So this nail here is just part of the safety device. That is just something to just hold it. That's just to hold it, and then you know where your nail is. So that comes out of there. You undo this. Now this one has got another Big Cheese one in it. And the safety device is, so I'm going to just move this camera around. Right, now me personally, I find it very hard to set a rat trap in a box. And also I find it hard to set a rat trap and pick it up while it's set. So I find it hard to pick a set mouse trap up and while it's set try and place it in a box without it going off. So I found the easiest way to do it is screw the rat trap to the box. So that's screwed, and then I've got a hole drilled in the side there, and you could do this all one-handed if you wanted to. Then pull that over, put the bar across, and then just put this nail through there. Now no matter what you do, it's never going to get you, so you press it down a bit more. Probably won't be able to see this, but I'll do it a better way. Press that down with one hand, get your treadle plate on, and then if you set it off, it won't get you, because it just comes up against the nail, the bar there. So watch the bar there. So all you got to do is then you put that wherever you want it. Carefully pull your nail out. Put your lid back over. And put your screw back in there. So I'll see if I can lift this up without setting it off, so you can see the setup there. So you can see it there. And the rat should come through and just stand on that hopefully and then be caught. I think if you was putting these outside, you might want to make them a little bit wider so an animal doesn't you know, can't get in there, but this is going in a building anyway. Now the other thing I wanted to say about this big cheese one, so far, in my opinion, so far, that's got one of the strongest springs I've come across, that one. Now, if you look at some of these others, that's got a spring on it, one spring, but you can feel it, it feels weak. Now, these ones, just got to connect the spring on that one. For some reason the spring's off of this one. These are pretty powerful, but a little nipper, get this spring back on. Right, these little nipper ones. These are pretty strong, you can feel it, but they've got a full size spring going all the way across. But so far, actually that's pretty strong. What's the size difference? So about the same size, the other one's slightly wider. That's quite an old one. But so far, these are one of the, feels like one of the strongest ones. It's quite even hard to get it up. Yeah, I'd definitely say that's one of the strongest rat traps I've felt. Similar setup to the Victor springs. I don't think they are quite as big. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set these in a place that has rats. I may not be able to film the actual catching of them, but I can show you the aftermath. Because it's not here at home. Yeah, so I thought I'd try that. So like I said, these are pre-baited, look there, but the way Mark Hovell had designed or thought of the idea was it doesn't need to be baited to catch them. It relies on them standing on a treadle plate. But his originally were used with gin traps, and the gin trap was say this is the entrances, we'll set this way to them. So it either walked across the spring into the jaws or straight through the door onto the jaws. But the idea was, like I said, you just put these out along a run, along a wall. So this entrance, say for example they're running along here, this entrance goes there. So as they travel, they just go straight through, stand on that treadle plate and get caught. Right, oh, one other thing. I've got an idea coming up for Marcus Brackley. Another one of Mark Hovell's ideas. It might help him, but I can't do it today because I've already spent enough time doing this. But tomorrow I will do it. Hopefully it might be something what you could use, Marcus. So that'll be a surprise tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow, maybe next day if not. Right, anyway, cheers for watching. See you later.